Alright, hey, welcome to, let me turn that background sound off, or a little lower. So, welcome to my first actual, should I make this personal? I should probably make this personal for y'all, just zoom out a little bit. Zoom out a little bit, give us both the break, because we're hearing this together, right? Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, there. There we go. And a 3, a 2, a 1. Alright, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and get an hour done of like where I've been, what I've been doing this whole time since 2018. If you went to college with me, and 2020 since COVID happened, yeah, and everything in between. So, for those who don't know, I used to be the Puerto Rican Poppy on GSU campus. From then, I went to Razi the Zemi, and then Zemi the designer. Because I ended up doing these things, let me go ahead and get a sip of water. Personally, I've been all over the place with me being now a copywriter and designer, as well as starting off 4 different types of businesses. One being a software as a service, which was crypto. The other being an actual physical product e-commerce store, which is Sacred Flame, my mom's candles, and the third was my own, which is Zemi. Look at me blanking out here. I'm still trying to do stuff on this. And sheesh. And this fourth one, which is Digital Nomad Marketing Agency. Nope. Actually, it's Digital Narrative Marketing Agency. And man, all right. So let's start it off with what I've learned these past years is a bunch of different skill sets, which I didn't even expect to learn as like an entrepreneur, or what I even thought of what I was originally doing as a person starting a clothing brand. With Zemi, I originally was great at graphic design. It's something I wanted to do, but I had to learn digital marketing. So from 2018 to like 2020, I was just headstrong on digital marketing. And then cryptocurrency came in, and my bro said he wanted to start back up with the cryptocurrency business. So, seeing that cryptocurrency was going up, money was going up, I'm going where the money's going. And utilizing my digital marketing skills and my graphic design skills, we ended up building BWA, which is still alive and working. It's just the crypto market isn't, or hasn't been like up and up, so there isn't, and it's still being developed on the back end. So there hasn't really been a need to push out that narrative and let people know about BWA as much as we should. Now for Zemi, on the other hand, I have been in between helping my mom with her candle business and us, whether it be graphically designing certain things, changing up, going out and selling candles physically every Thursday or even on the weekends, and that's been going good. We've definitely ended up passing the 10K response this weekend, or not response, revenue and sales this past weekend, I believe. So that business is going well. Zemi, I just started buying my own products and finally getting a baseline of that done, as well as um, with DNMA starting this year was more of a service business to help other businesses be able to ease out their times and create a story that is more engaging for people to get their products purchased or their services purchased. So far I've learned a lot. I've learned UX UI, digital marketing, some business type probably terms that I don't even know of that exists. Cryptocurrency taught me a bunch about finance, and aside from that, of course, meditation, watching Andrew Huberman, things I should eat, things I shouldn't eat, how to build a healthy life, yada yada yada. So, crypto, in my opinion, yes, still viable. Definitely look forward to it in the future. It's a no-brainer. NFTs. People have been saying NFTs are a waste of time, da 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 da. But if you ask people what's the definition of an NFT, then and they can't answer it, then don't take fucking advice from them. They're fucking stupid. Like, and I'm gonna be straight up. I probably shouldn't cuss, but they're idiots. If you can't define what something is and you want to tell other people what it isn't, you're a dumbass. That's like somebody believing in Christianity and telling people they're gonna go to hell when you're probably sinning more than the person that doesn't even believe in Christianity and you know the rubric of what not to sin. Like, you're a dumbass. So if you're saying NFTs, oh, they're just images with JPEGs and they're useless, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of them that came out, it was a money grab, just like any scammer would take advantage of somebody who's ignorant of whatever and or terminology, ideology that you put in front of them. If you tell somebody, hey, this potion is gonna cure your diabetes, and they choose to pay for it and believe it, damn well there's gonna be people who need money who will come up with something that does not cure diabetes at all. The humans have been doing this for ages. So NFTs still a big thing. I'm up on it 100% for sure, just because of the technology. Just like cryptocurrency, because of what the technology does, it makes it just like AI, fucking machine learning, whichever term you want to use. It's going to be amazing, like point blank period. That's how I think of it, how I know I could implement it within my own business. I could create an NFT, give whoever buys the NFT a secret password that gives them 50% off of my store and any items for eternity because they have my NFT. It's like a downward investment, right? You buy the NFT, let's say the NFT is 500 or half of Ethereum right now. All right, you put an investment in me, and my business. Of course, the only thing I could give to you right now is a discount code for anything future that I make. So if in the future, Zemi has 300k followers and I choose to make a shirt that's $300 and I have people that are willing to buy that shirt at $300, well shit, whoever got my NFT got 50% off, could cap on that and then easily sell it back to the millions and be able to make a profit off of it. It's strategic thinking with certain types of technology, digital technology in the future, which will lead you towards a better result. It's all how you combine and leverage these type of technologies and ideas. So if you aren't educating yourselves, or you just take the front face value of somebody saying, oh, NFTs and crypto are stupid, I know it was gonna go to zero. Yes, I'm making you sound like that because you're a fucking idiot. Alright, next thing that I've learned, which is completely obvious, I've been doing it my whole life. How to save money, right? Don't fucking spend a lot of this shit. Like, even if I were to make a shirt that's $300, bro, you probably shouldn't buy it. Like, you probably shouldn't buy it, no matter what it was made out of, even if it was limited edition. And I know this is definitely hypocritical, but fucking, why would you spend that much money? Money liquidity is the most important thing. If your money is not liquid and it's held up somewhere, then you're fucked. If you're not getting enough money and you haven't paid off your debt and or bills, you are fucked. You're putting yourself in a circumstance to where you should not be putting yourself in. Oh, you can, as of right now, bro, I'm gonna say I spend money. I'm in debt right now. I still have to pay off my student loans, but guess what? I am fucked. No, I'm just playing. But that is what it is right now. I'm trying to fix the camera. Alright. Making money online is the future. Again, point blank period. Making money online is the future. So, for those who don't know, am I moving this the right way or? Alright, so for those who don't know, you can make a digital product, right? Costs you nothing but time to create this digital product, right? Put it on Shopify or whatever website that lets you put a downloadable product on, upload it, and then send it out there. It's a simple process, yes, but you have to learn a digital skill, create something that's digital, and then advertise it to a certain niche market. Thanks to artificial intelligence, you can easily use ChatGPT to be able to find a certain your niche or your what's it called? Fuck. I do this as a job and I can't even fucking think about it. What's it called? Damn it! It's target audience. There we go. Target audience, and then create a buyer's persona. Then utilize that same AI to then make a heading and a description for your ad targeted to this specific target audience, which is the demographic that you want to propose this item and or digital product towards. Once you do that, now you kind of just have to wait. Of course, it's going to take a long time. It takes months. Fast money is stupid money, and most likely, once you get fast money, you think you could do it again. But guess what? Just like life, shit changes. Fucking no. Even trading, like trading is not a good idea. You should only be trading like any type of currency. Unless probably Forex is the only common market I think people could end up doing that massively successfully on a daily basis. But trading, no sir. Like, especially if you're a young kid and you think, oh, I'm gonna beat these older people. Is it true? Yeah, you could be. You could be one of those people, but most likely, no. Starting a business is completely easier nowadays. There is no reason no individual should not have a business under their name. Bloom specifically is the CRM. If you don't know what that is, get smarter. Look it up. That I use for one of my businesses, and I might make one just for my own sole proprietorship to utilize. But Bloom.io, I believe that's what it's called. And pretty much mainly anything from there, you could be able to go ahead and take payments, show what you do through pictures. They have a little janky website. If you want to actually build a website, then it costs more to use those services. But I'll put the link in the description below for people who want to actually build a business or utilize their services. I'll put that in below. Alright, so I kind of hit on this on the Make Money Online. How to market your products is more or less utilizing your personality. Everybody loves the human-to-human contact, using your face, this, that, and the third. That's what's going to sell a product. The same way you're sitting here, hey, I know Zemi, I know Lewis, I know Rozzy, I know the Puerto Rican Poppy. I trust what he has to say because from my interactions with him, they were generally positive, despite you hearing all the cussing that I just did. Lol. But yeah, that's the best way to market products. Nobody's gonna believe in you other than the people you've already met in person, and that they have a good inclination of who you are, as well as, and even this got into my head as far as what other people say and or think about you. They're not paying your bills. Why do you give a fuck? Like, yeah, face card matters and everything, but okay, well, every single day is a new day. You have a new day to make a new impression on somebody that you had bad ties with. And if they think you're still a fucked up individual for whatever, who gives a fuck? That's with them. If they don't fuck with you, it doesn't matter. They're not paying you. Who cares? Everybody else who doesn't know you and still thinks, I should trust this guy. He seems pretty dandy to get this job done. I'm willing to pay whatever amount he or she is asking for so I can be able to get whatever service I need or problem that I have to be done. It's very much that simple. I might break that down in further episodes. Alright. Healthcare. So let's talk about healthcare. Primarily deals with what you eat and exercising. If you're not exercising, then we're only getting older people. I turned 29, just like the beginning of this video. There's more shit I need to do physically to keep my body in shape, so when I'm not 50 and I fall down, my hip is not fragile and I could be able to take that fall off the ladder. Let's hope not that doesn't happen. And my hip doesn't break, because if your hip breaks when you're older, you're kind of fucked for the rest of your life. I'm not sure if you guys know that. There's no way to, like, screws and metal rods will not make you better at by any means. So it's highly suggested you exercise as well as strength training, building resistance with your muscles. Your muscles are going to be the first thing that takes bluntly most of the hit and shock absorbs everything. So that is what's best for you to do. Healthcare, what you eat. I believe there's 2 types of tests you should do. I don't know one of them. I'll have to do research. And a blood test. And the first test is kind of based off of your genetics and where your ancestral history is. So it's just like some people are lactose intolerant. That's because their ancestors weren't around in the region to where they drank goat's milk, and they ended up developing an enzyme within their stomach to be able to digest lactose. So they are lactose intolerant. Now, if you give those same people goat's milk, they can digest it perfectly because their ancestors were drinking goat's milk. Makes sense, doesn't it? Do a little bit of research, you find out what you can eat. As far as what I've seen, pretty much you get what I ended up doing in college by accident. I had a job, I couldn't pay for shit, and I had to walk to work 2.23 miles every single day and back. So I got my exercise in for the day. I was working a full 8-hour shift, busting tables at Cracker Barrel, being a dishwasher, and the only thing I ate, aside from if I closed that day, was a cup full of rice, a cup full of broccoli, and half of a chicken breast. So I guess you could say I definitely was in a calorie deficit, but that was the best I've ever looked, and I kind of can't wait to go back to that diet because, bro, I was completely healthy. Like, I'm not sure what type of fucking body mass index that I had, or like any type of fat that I had, but your boy's jaw chin was fucking cut, you dig? Like, I could just easily have a genuine reaction, and fucking I look good. Fucking All right, so exercise, definitely just do calisthenics. Everybody, we're lazy. We're fucking American. We're human. It is okay because we have the ability every single day to change our minds to be able to develop a new reality for ourselves. Put yourself through the struggle. It's worth it. Oh, I don't feel like it. This, that, and the third. It's just excuses. Are you gonna feel like getting up after your hip broke after you're 50 and then you can't fucking live life like you want to? If you're listening to this right now, is the fucking wake up call. Especially if you're 29 and my age. Like, if you're younger, you got some youth left in you, I guess. But if you don't use it, you lose it. Don't let your body overtake. What's that saying that Buddy said to Joe Rogan? We treat the body vigorously or something like that. That way, it isn't disobedient to the mind. Mwah! It's beautiful. Because if you could discipline your body into doing whatever the fuck you want, sexual urges, and really any of the deadly sins, I won't even fucking list any of the deadly sins, to resist those things, like hunger. You're not supposed to be hungry every day. You're supposed to abstain yourself for a long period of time, and there's actually health benefits to that too. But back to the point, exercise. Challenge yourself daily. Make sure you get at least them push-ups in. Do some planks. Fucking any calisthenic workout. If you don't know where to go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT 3.5. It is free and available to you. Matter of fact, we're here right now. We're here. Not, you know what? I'm gonna do a different video about it. We'll go in deep. All right. Ancient history. So, as far as I found out, ancient history is not just, oh, we had the Roman times and the fucking Egyptians and shit like that, right? No, humans have been like, we're 100% more than 1 million years old. Believe it or not, it doesn't matter. The Great Flood happened about 12,000 years ago, and that's according to Randall Carlson, what he has found out from his studies and studying geology, that the comet, the Younger Dryas comet, ended up impacting the North American ice sheet around 12,000 years ago, which happens to be around the same time period during the Plato story and Atlantis. So there was great floods. If you think a comet from outer space, which if you don't know, comets are mostly made out of ice, smacking into the North American ice sheet, which is a big ass fucking glacier, that would 100% make sense why it was a great flood around the fucking world. All of that water being displaced as well as being put up into the atmosphere, making it another ice age, because all that dust from the impact ends up blocking the sun rays from being able to contact the Earth, which makes sense why all these mammoths and megalithic flora and fauna, which is plants and animals, ended up dying. Whoop-de-doo. And why, as well as within the last so odd years, that from 12,000 years ago, which is the beginning of the Holocene era. So if you don't know, right now we're 12,021. Yeah. Because we're in 2023. Oh, okay. So we're in 12,023. That's the actual year since that impact ended up happening, which caused Atlantis to flood, and as well as everything else to flood, which started over humanity, which then you have in the most ancient civilization, not the Epic of Gilgamesh, was it Zayasutra? Doesn't matter. Whoever the Noah equivalent is in Sumerian times, that's farther back than Noah's time period. Almost all of the major 3 religions are copies of the Sumerian texts. And you could even do your research, which you won't, because fucking humans are lazy. And regardless, the human history as we know it, ancient history, is not what it seems. Our time period dates farther back than that. Our last golden age was about 30,000 years ago. So during the Holocene era, or the beginning of the Holocene era, which is the Great Flood, Atlantis, boom, got hit. Some people went to, or technically it says it, Japheth, Ham, and Chem were the three sons of Noah that ended up splitting into the Eurasian continent, Africa, and which is why you have Egypt, and over there in actual like Asia, over in like China and stuff like that. So that's where that lineage is. We'll do another video. This is just what I've learned since I was 29, or so far. Zemi is my own brand that I explained in the beginning. It's where, on a personal note, kinda equal towards the tranquil journey, is spirits never die. Like, from what I learned from religions and reincarnation, all that's true. These bodies that we live in are just, they're not husks. They're to be cared for. Like, you chose this life, and this is what we end up going through, and whether we choose to enjoy it or manifest something great is highly up to us, and what we do on a daily basis to make these things happen. But yeah, spirits never die, meaning we all have a story. You create your own story. The whole love, togetherness, and enlightenment is, you love yourself, we work together as human beings, and we will become enlightened. Life is 100% more easier when you just work together with people. Being a hard ass like your boy right here, being the dummy who wants to, I want to do it myself. I'm a made man. Trust me, like, I've been alive, I'd say, let's say even these past 9 years. You know, I was 20 years old. Alright, within these past 9 years, I definitely realized a lot of what I thought was like wrong and or stupid, you know what I'm saying? But it does have its own certain meanings and teachings to where, alright, cool, well, self-reflecting and recognizing this makes me understand why it's important to look at yourself every once in a while and understand which traits are toxic. You're not fucking perfect. It's one thing I hate about my own generation nowadays. Like, whether you're a man or a woman, like, okay, cool, you are you, but if something affects the people that you love around you, or that you care for, that you want to do, it's best if you self-reflect and do something about it and change it. Because if you don't change it, you reap what you sow. It will come back and bite you in the butt in the long run. Like, I can't, there's been countless of times within these last 9 years to where, even within 6 months, like, my college friends would tell me, damn, bro, wow, you've matured so much these last 3 months over summer break. Like, I didn't know who you were. Like, and that's because I ended up falling into meditation. I researched, I found new and benevolent things that led me onto a better and new life and way of not only thinking, but carrying myself as a human being to be respectable. Like, it's, to me, it's not hard because maybe that's why I've always been alone. Like, being able to self-reflect and wonder, why am I this way? And coming to certain levels of thinking led me to understand that, well, bro, you gotta love yourself. You gotta love everybody for who they are and accept them for who they are. And if they change, you know, great. If not, cool. The people who you want to vibe with, then you gotta work together. Like, some of my bros are making 6 figures, and I'm sitting here like, damn, it's time for me to step it up too. I love these guys so much. No, I love these guys so much to where I want them in my circle. I know who they are. So I have to do what I can to make sure I maintain this friendship at this level to where we do grow bounds and be able and are able to step in another spectrum of life, and as a man, manlyhood, and have our own brotherhood to where we are dependable upon each other and willing to help each other out. So, ergo, love, togetherness, that enlightening thought. As long as I work together with them, we will reach enlightenment. What is enlightenment? To me, it's fulfillment. Being able to fulfill what we're trying to do in this life. Let's see if I missed anything. Personally, what I've lacked on a lot of things, especially my love life, is zilch. I struggle. I wouldn't say struggle because that would assume that I'm at least attempting. I'd say comparatively, whatever I did in college with women worked. It's not like I was scared. I wasn't scared to talk to them or any of that. It's just, as of right now, like, to be able to afford a woman and do the things that I believe are necessary to not only build something of a strong relationship and keep her, I need to have a bunch of shit that I just don't right now. So that's one portion of my life I lack on. I lack on friendships in general. Like, I didn't believe that nurturing and keeping friendships was important. I always thought, well, because I grew up in the military, I've seen plenty of people come and go. So I'm just naturally easy to let people go. Like, there's no point in me building friendships. I was completely wrong. Being an introvert is definitely cool because I'm highly self-aware of myself and what I can do, what I should do, and this, that, and the third. On the other hand, I just feel like I'm a fucking social battery, bro. Like, if what you're not speaking about is of interest to me, and it's probably because I be on YouTube so much, or I am on YouTube so much, like, I can find whatever I want and need to hear and help me progress through my life and my challenges strictly through that. I don't feel like it's necessary. Notice I'm saying feel. I said think and feel. Like, it's necessary to have to be extroverted and go out there, which it's another statement. 29 years old. Guess what? I'm fucking wrong. I have noticed I ended up being a NEET. Fucking on accident. Fucking, well, kinda because COVID, but and a hermit. Like, it's my own area. I'm comfortable in it. And it's just definitely certain parts in life to where it's just like, I genuinely just love educating myself. Anything that's kind of like bullshit, keep it out the way. Like, pretty much. What I've done these past 5 years, build businesses, learn a lot. Why I've stopped posting since college. Most of my friends ended up living in Atlanta. People who I really do reside with. Well, not reside, but like what's the word? Bond with, meld with, mesh with. I don't know. And the people who I took pictures with reside in Atlanta. That's 4 hours away. I'm not finna be driving 4 hours like constantly, as well as because of COVID happened with just the prices of everything. Again, like I told you, I was doing learning a lot about finance, and financially going to a city like that, especially after them Californians ended up coming in, boy, that's fuck that. But yeah, I haven't posted because I'm in a country ass environment, ain't nothing but trees. I do not have anybody who has a good like photography type level or freedom of time. Meaning of life is whatever you choose to do it on a daily basis. That's the meaning of life. What's your purpose? It's whatever you want it to be that day. There's no such thing as time, but your efforts do compound over time. Time is just a measurement. So, if you choose to grow a tree every single day, and of course the tree has its own mentality of you water it, you feed it, you nurture it, boom, you'll have something done. Just like the making money part. Of course you don't know a digital skill off rip. You gotta learn it. You gotta go over that learning curve. It's gonna be hard. You're trying to learn a new job, you're trying to learn tech, it's gonna be hard. It's something unfamiliar to you. You have not developed a habit to be able to learn and build off of the knowledge from the past. So, like, bro, that's the meaning of life. It's ups and downs. You toil, you bullshit. Well, then what are you gonna do at the end of the day? Nothing? No, you keep fucking going. So, meaning of life, everybody, whatever you choose to do, if it involves your passion, cool, fucking do it, but make sure you do it and it at least pays your bills. Or if you have a job that already pays your bills, then boom. Is it raining? Alright, how to deal with anything. That's all you do. You take a deep breath and you step back. I don't care what it is. Meditation, if you could be able to step back and go meditate, you fucking go meditate. If it's a heightened moment and your emotions, control your emotions. Everything that you deal with, you think you do it unconsciously and subconsciously, and you do. But to do it consciously is a whole different feeling, way of being, state of being. It is your breath. You have to control your breath. You have to control your emotions. You control your emotions with your breath. Your emotions could be sorted into different and energetic feelings, and I will speak of them by using the 4 elements, which is fire, air, earth, and water. Air and earth, they're more liquid. Fire has more of a metaphysical property, but it is physical. You feel the heat, you burn yourself. Earth, it could take a lot of damage. It's blunt, but it's also brittle. It could fall apart. Air, it's fluid, but it whisks as the wind. Like, fucking let that shit go. Water, it can still kind of contain whatever that other emotion is, but it also lets flow. It might be hard to let go. Stuff like that. But you control your breath. Surprisingly, Demon Slayer is an anime that shows you that perfectly. You control your breath. And the plasma is another element. Touche. I feel you. I'm not sure how to put that in there because usually most human beings won't ever reach that level of breathing potential. I'd say that's more enlightenment and understanding your emotions upon how to deal with anything. Won't get there, but how to deal with anything is your breath. Mental health and stress, I would say just meditation, breathing, working out, especially doing exercise. Are there things considered right and wrong? I would say no, there's just outcomes and results. With life itself, there's so many things, and yes, when you have a certain morality, like, for instance, Catholic Christians have a certain morality of good and evil. Well, guess what? If you're a Satanist, you have the opposite, probably, ideology upon that. Satanists out there, forgive me, I don't know much about your religion. I'm just using it as a baseline example because I was a Catholic Christian before. There's right and wrongs in life. I think we can all kind of agree. Like, fucking, you shouldn't hit nobody for no reason. You shouldn't kill nobody for no reason. But there are reasons you should kill people. Like, there's plenty of bad reasons, or I would say repercussions, because there's cause and effect. Now, I'd say, depending on the reason, you could justify it. Whoop-de-whoop. Well, okay, fuck all that. Well, aside from that, no matter what the reason was, there's an outcome. There's a result of somebody doing something. If you learn to accept in life that there's a bunch of outcomes that just happen from people doing things, it's like a constant domino effect. One thing leads to another thing, leads to another thing. If you accept the good and the bad of both scenarios, of whatever happens, you'll realize life is easier to go by and go past because there's just outcomes. And whatever happens, you have to deal with that outcome. It's like my dad used to always say, damned if you do and damned if you don't, which is 100% true, because there's an outcome that's either good or bad if you do it, and there's an outcome that's either good or bad if you don't do it. And there's a result from each one of those that constantly stems on, and you either get better at handling bad outcomes or get better at handling good outcomes. If you constantly get worse, and you choose not to, handle the problems and or outcomes that comes from whatever happens, then it's still upon you. At the end of the day, you're going to be the one struggling with the, I can't do this, I can't do that, or I don't feel like it, da-da-da. Fuck it, that's life. Like, do something about it. If not, then it's going to be your problem anyway. Nobody gives a fuck. And even if they do, and you still don't do anything about it, then you're going to lose a friend or whatever. And probably even a parent. I don't think I need to speak about that. So what's next to come? It's been a 42-minute rant. I'll probably be making more videos like this. If you see this and you plan on working with me and you don't like me cussing, I'm sorry. That's just the reality of it. But yeah, I guess I'll end it at this. This took long enough, and this is me, Lewis, Zemi the designer, whatever you want to call me, Rozzy. I think that's a gist of what I've learned about so far, and I'll go deeper in some of the products, or some of the things that I have to do. Yeah, deuces.